I figured I would just have kept it on me and not.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah, because I had my.
So I'm just trying to understand what your room looks like at this point.
I think I would have pulled it to bring it with me on the mission.
But if it, so, yeah, it hasn't been used yet today.
I had no.
Okay.
Flowers. So like, they're nice small flowers. After you guys like.
Yeah, so I no, I haven't used my spray yet. I've got it on me.
Okay.
I've got it on my person, so it's just my regular room that I'm shoving Blackwell and you two into, and then because I still got the druid on my back, and I guess maybe we should wait for the confluence to be done until we deliver a dead druid to Lanchos, just to make sure that it doesn't upset the other mages.
And as you're like getting everybody situated, from down the hall, you know, the sound carries kind of special through your hallway, so that you can kind of hear what
is happening.
Yeah, not intrude upon the guests, but hear kind of what's going on at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that folks have convened, like have adjourned for like a break.
Okay.
And then there is a lull in the conversation as people have seemingly gone back to their rooms, at least for a little bit of time.
So, I mean, maybe it would be best to send you, Taylor, to go get Lanchos and let him know that we got the druid. Yeah, but he's not in the greatest of shape. Just not to, I don't want to upset mages, his colleagues. Yeah, for sure. So I think he'd be in let's try the main room, and if he's not, come back to me, and then I'll go to his room and knock on the door.
Sure. Crawl into the room.
You see Lanchos kind of pensively, like hands crossed behind their back, pensively looking out at like the countryside. Periodically you see a couple of streaks of flame going across the sky, and it seems to, like, the enchantment seems to be kind of like focusing on this one and then spinning around and focusing on that one. So in the center, like, you see the flickers like going through the center, but like the background seems to be changing quite quickly, right? And like he's just kind of like peering out, like, but deep in thought.
I'll clear my throat a bit, see if that gets attention.
Yes. Taylor, how goes it?
About as good as it could go, I think. We took out the druid. Guil's got him in the servants' corridor. We got the corpse, and I got some kind of papers off of it.
Let me see those. No, okay. He spends a couple seconds. Then he's kind of like throws them up and swipes his hand as they roll up, and then it's like get tucked into his like inner coat. Yes, let us go to Guil's room.
We also captured Daddy Blackwell with the help of some, quite frankly, unsavory characters, but I don't think they're actively hostile.
Thank you for the warning. And you see entering the room this elderly, like, I want to say shriveled old man, but there's nothing shriveled about him. He seems healthy, but he is a very light frame, not elven. Just a man who looks like he probably should eat more, but is fully healthy, right? Clearly aged, very, very nice attire. Just about him, like as he walks into, like his presence, like you can exude, he exudes a combination of leadership and command, but like not all there. Okay, like you see him and you're like, that guy knows what he's talking about, probably.
Yeah.
And he sees Teddy, and he looks at him and says, "Your family always has been a bit of a problem. Stick around." And he reaches out and touches him in the forehead. He just turns to stone.
Cool.
I didn't know we were getting stoned in here. What's going on?
So you have to mission bake. It's a tradition.
You see him like mutter something to himself as he like does a little hand gesture, and he says, "Aren't you an interesting thing? Two of you."
Yeah.
I'll be with you in a minute. Can you please take this body and take it to the 12th door? Now, this is interesting because there are 6 people who have come, and there is the 7th door should be the main room. Like when you walked to there were 7 doors. He touches the wall and says, "Please take this body to the 12th door."
Does he mean Teddy's or the Druids?
The Druids.
Okay. So.
And so, like, as you like look down the hall, like you see it like extend, and like a couple of doors pop up.
Okay.
But could you help me with this? Gesturing to Teddy, and put it in. Put it in the garden at door 10.
Okay. So can I lift the stone?
Oh yeah, you're a beefy.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Did you take the siege animal? The siege. The what is it? It's the strong build feat. I wanted you to have it. I don't know if it ended up on your stuff.
The strong build. I don't know.
Yeah, you have a strong there. You should have a strong build feat as the armadillo.
Okay.
Which gives you like additional like siege weapon capabilities and additional like carrying capacity.
Okay.
But yeah, like you pick it up and you're just like
It's fine.
yeah. Plus Teddy isn't really that big. Like even as a block of stone, he's really not that heavy.
Kind of that.
So going back to that room, you guys kind of in tow just for the spectacle of it, if nothing else. You drop the stone off in the garden, which this is like you haven't seen it very many times. It is a bit of a hedge maze, but there are like 2 or 3 other statues in there, and you don't know how they got there.
Okay.
But they are also of people who appear to be tied up, and it is a bit of a bit gruesome, like a bit more gruesome than what you have seen in the past. But you knowing Lanchos the way that you do, it's not so much that like this is a punishment for them. This is like he put them in storage and just forgot about them, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you think like like the Mandalorian with the people frozen in carbonite.
Oh yeah.
Like he put them in storage, and then he's just like, I'll get around to them when I need to.
They're fine.
Right?
They're
Yeah.
fine.
They're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
So do I put Teddy by the other guys?
Yeah, you just kind of you arrange him aesthetically pleasing. Hey, can I get a performance roll from you, just out of curiosity, to see how he's placed? So you taking the corpse, you take it to the room, and there is a
20 Nash. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you manage to like get Teddy, like he's got his hands still tied behind his back, and you manage to like nestle him up so that his hands are like right underneath like a flower. So it kind of looks like his hands are holding the flower.
Oh, sweet.
It is quite beautiful. You taking the corpse, you place it on what appears to be somewhat of a torture / autopsy table. So for you, this room looks like, this is like something that you would find back home.
Yeah, that's good.
It is a proper torture chamber. Yeah. It has implements on it, and it looks like it could be used for really gruesome stuff, and you're kind of excited and gleeful. You know this to be the autopsy room. Most of the tools in here are just for like cutting apart corpses and just seeing what stuff is. So he takes a large like a two-handed pike butcher blade, right? And hands it to you. And would you do me the honor of beheading this corpse for me?
Sure.
And as you drop the blade, the head rolls. Can take this and to you. Put it in the garbage. Speaking to the body. Sets it up on the shelf.
Is there like a Futurama collection?
And casts Talk to Dead on it. And you see him then kind of he goes into like some form of it's a form of Talk to Dead that you haven't necessarily, like, you've seen this ritual cast before, but like he's doing something different and like concealing what's happening. Like you can see him having the conversation, but you can't, like, he is cloaked and shrouded like what's going on so that it is private to him.
So can I try to use the tools on the corpse?
I mean, you want to desecrate the corpse?
Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm not rusty. It's been a while from home.
Okay, what do you want to do? Like, the head has been cut off.
I'm supposed to go put it in the garbage.
Yeah.
You can go after this.
Okay, it's not a dwarven lord of any type, is it?
No. This is a gnome corpse.
Okay.
So, first I want to see if I can get the fingernail out in one pull.
Oh yeah, because you got to get stuff for your...
It's not for that.
Oh, this is just recreational.
It is recreational.
Sure.
I mean, because she only had they run a bunch of teeny tiny weapons for her spider back then. She just saw she's putting what she's seen into application now.
Okay.
It's like a medical course.
Okay. So before you attack, let me get a persuasion check to see if you can
Persuade me to not drop the body in the garbage.
yeah, if you can persuade her to wait for a minute while you
21.
Sure. I'll leave it.
It's not going anywhere. So yeah, you're happily desecrating the corpse.
Since we need to practice for eyeballs, I'm practicing how to scoop.
Well, the head's not there.
Oh, that's right.
Remember.
What else do you need?
I mean, we can always use it.
Oh, hearts.
Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can get that without.
Okay.
You won't need it for this, but it's practice.
So as you're practicing your surgical skills, the spell ends, and you see the head deanimate. That's a word.
Sure.
And he says, "Well, it appears that we have concluded our business with the Blackwells. had we discussed price?
Is this still considered part of the original job, or is this a different one?
This would have been it. I have already paid you for the original job.
Then we did not discuss price.
Well, in that case, and he reaches into another pocket on his inner right-hand side, pulls out another parcel of cash,
Damn.
a coin. Well, I mean, he is effectively a king,
Yeah.
right? And hands you a platinum bar.
Oh, fancy.
This should cover your time. I trust that should I need you, I might be able to call upon you again.
Certainly.
Very well. Would you all please escort me? Guil, that corpse, please now. Stop.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Madam, please stop. Guil, take this cadaver out of here.
That body.
Don't forget the head, Guil.
Hey, I got it.
All of you, please escort me. Guil, meet us in the meeting chamber.
As we're going, I'm silently like sending out signals to Law with silent prayer, like, were you impressed with the setup? I do good. See if anything comes, any revelation comes.
Give me a D100 roll. So entering into the large chamber.
It's a 10.
100. You also need the 15.
Silence.
Uh,
I'm forsaken.
Going into the large room, you see him once again strike up that same pose of consternation and contemplation. So these two other companions, and not looking at you, just still kind of like facing out. These two other companions, what, if any, compensation would you require for the service that you have done for me?
Information on a redeemed drow in the area.
A redeemed drow, you say?
Yes.
Redeemed drow. Are you by any chance looking for a name that I can't find in my notes?
Oh, just a buffer.
Yep. Feyre Zaffrey.
Oh, that. I don't think I got that name either. Is that...
The name doesn't sound familiar to you.
Okay. Any redeemed drow. All must.
The only drow I know of in this city is a cleric at one of the temples, one of the elven temples.
Sounds about right.
Guil, could you please escort this furry thing to the Temple of Corellon in the Northwest District?
Copy. Yeah.
And you, my unique friend, what can I do for you?
I have several things I'm looking for, but would you happen to have a piece of the horn of the golden hoof from Rivernia?
Golden hoof.
Just a little piece of the horn. That's all I'm looking for.
One of the... Is he talking?
Effing with...
I figure, somebody is
A golden hoof. I've heard of an entertainer who goes by this name. I believe they're in Malia, to the best of my knowledge. They're a fey creature that entertains the elves.
Elves! Everywhere you turn, elves!
Can you roll? So you roll these two. You roll those two, and you roll those two, if you would, please.
Yeah. Oh, nice. 10 and a 2. 2 and a 3.
And you.
Damn, nice.
13, 16.
Okay. So, you, as you're sitting here, you see a couple, like, 3 little streaks, kind of, and then you see off in the distance, a little bit further out than the existing crater, and he kind of, like, as he looks out, like, he kind of ignores you for a minute, and then you hear the bell ding again, that reverberation. And you guys feel it now for the first time. It feels like there's that heavy dinging of a bell, like you can feel it on your rib cage, but you don't hear anything, like just and everyone comes back, and he says, if you don't mind, please sit in the back until we can finish our conversation. And all of these individuals come into the room, and now you guys seeing them for the first time, they are all very magic-y people. They look very well dressed. Some of them, like, almost, like, as they walk into the room, like, you can almost feel the magic dripping off of them, right? Like, they are really powerful individuals. And conversation strikes up again. The time seems to be approaching. I propose we have a trial run of our tactics. We will, on the next handful of inbound meteors, we will put up a shield to see how effective they are against this onslaught. And then we will attempt to destroy the next handful to see how well that goes. If there's any problems with this proposal, speak now. Otherwise, I suggest we get to our business. And everybody kind of, in agreement, kind of rumblings in the room. And as you guys are just kind of bystanders to what is clearly more important than you, right? And you see the roof now, like, kind of just peels back brick by brick as it just rolls out onto, like, this platform now with these battlements all the way around you. The hallway is kind of like sinks down into stairs in the middle of this room, right? Kind of as the room just, like, rearranges around you, and you are buffeted by a little bit of the wind as now the outside, as you are purely exposed to the outside, and you see 4 mages kind of take up position around the top, and they start casting, and together their spell, like, covers the entire city in this, like, yellow greenish kind of glow as, like, their magic joins and then spreads out, making it like a turtle shell over the whole city. Let's roll those dice again, if you would, please.
Do you want to?
I got 20 to 13.
Uh-oh.
And the 17.
Okay, so
I got
two little ones kind of, and they, like, evaporate. Two bigger ones, like, and you hear the impact. It's not, like, loud and or deafening, but, like, you hear the impact, and, like, like you see them kind of like brush off a little bit. 2 more come in at yet a different angle, and one of them hits with such ferocious impact that it ripples across the thing, and you see where it hits, like it just rains down this fine powder. And another one comes in, and it hits at like a tangent angle to the sphere, and you see it spray this powder across the city. And there's like that like everybody's kind of like assessing the results of this, and he says, okay, our second approach, and then another 4 kind of sit up. One of them is the same. 3 of them are different, or 2 of them are the same, and 2 of them are different. And they now kind of like take a position, like managing a quarter of the sky. Roll them again.
Ten, 14.
Okay.
2 and a 3.
Okay. Okay. So you see 2 little ones come in, and they have like the one comes in with and it gets shot down. Another one takes a step. The lightning strikes up and shoots it down, and it kind of like explodes with like almost like fireworks, kind of, and burns up in the sky. At first people are like, oh, and then another larger one kind of zips over the city, and the mage tries to hit it, and it like they miss, and it like impacts, but it impacts into the mountains, like past the city, like probably a good 20-30 miles away, and you see the impact in the mountain. It just as like the countryside rumbles like thunder. Another one is coming in like very straight, and you have one mage who like locks onto it with their lightning bolt, and it doesn't seem to have enough power, and like you hear like somebody calls for help, and then another one attacks it with a different spell, and another one with like a disintegrate spell, and eventually with the combined magics they get it, but it just kind of showers down this like fine dust over a part of the city. Another one streaks across, and they go to hit it, and they like clip it, and it like sends it on a different path, like a different trajectory, and it like rolls off, but again into like the countryside, into the woods, and you see kind of like a fire like splurt up out there, probably like 5 miles away. Like you're high enough up that you have a really good like viewpoint of the countryside. Archibald says, okay, that is enough. And like you see all of a sudden the transformation into this flat battle configuration like curls back into the confluence. And
Yeah, do we?
go for it.
So at this time, Otter starts giggling like a little child and clapping his hands. And he's like, yay, Clarice loved that. This was fun. This is like a special day.
And you have one like mage that kind of looks over and is like, gives you a bow. Out of kind of humoring you and recognizing your childlike nature. The group starts like kind of fervently like arguing and talking amongst each other. Clearly your attack spells don't work. They do the job, but they're not reliable enough, and blah 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 blah. And so quickly they settle that the right path forward is to put up a protective shield. There are a few people who don't agree with the tactic, but they consent because it is the consensus of the majority of it is the quorum's decision, and by rule of law that they must comply. And everyone is pretty quickly encouraged to depart and implement these safety practices in their own region. And more quickly than they arrived, you see them hustling back to their room. Some even, like, on their way to their room, casting something as their goods just kind of meet them on the path. And they just back to their respective homes, leaving the four of you and Lanchos in the tower now, with really not much but silence.
So?
Okay. And you would know that, like, not even without even rolling, like, you know, like, these miscellaneous things in the city, like, you know where they are, how to get them, and, like, you, having been instructed to take this one to the temple, you know that there's, like, a market on the way, like a kind of like an evening market where people go after the sun has gone down, for like the second round of commerce, where for people in the day who have either been diagnosed with something and they need some retail therapy, or people who are celebrating or mourning. It like at the end of an emotional day, people need a release, and part of the healing that happens in this city is for them to have a place to kind of go out and let loose. And, like, there's a number of these little spots, so it isn't hard to hit one of them on your way to the temple.
How about that? So let's go find you a bow.
Yay. Do the so would, based on all the years that I've seen impact, would I think that it'd have any impact on the Underdark?
Roll a nature check.
Some naughty type. Yeah. I have no idea.
You're right now. You are totally thinking about, like, how close you are to your next, like, leg of your journey.
Yeah.
Does her journey have 8 legs?
It actually might.
You've done it.
Unintentionally, I think it actually might.
Nice.
9.
Oh, so close.
Yeah.
He's like, can I get rid of one?
Cut one off.
So at this point, would you accompany them, or are you going to go your own way? Now, I'm gonna remind you, your family is from Malia, and
That's where they're going to go to the...
well, that sounds like a place that he wants to go.
Oh, where the entertainer is. Okay.
And you know, like, I don't know. So the amount that you were just paid is a lot. I don't know if that meets your threshold for what you need to be.
It's a lot more than I'd probably want to carry around for a long period of time.
And it conveniently is also the path towards safety delivery.
Okay.
It is, safety delivery is like, just, it's in the northeastern quarter. So if you wanted to travel with them, like, it wouldn't be out of your way if they'd be heading kind of in your direction.
We guys planning to head out, like, right now?
I mean, it sounds like Clarice kind of wants her bow pretty quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have family?
I do, actually, yeah, over in Malia.
A wife, children?
Children, no wife. We're not married.
How many children do you have?
3. They're all grown, though, so it's more like I'd be going to visit the grandkids.
Well, as we're getting a bow for Clarice, would you like to get something for the grandkids?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. See what the market's got.
A little souvenir, you know?
Sure.
Okay. And then we'll do that on the way to then finding the drow, and then maybe head out to, what is it, Polio?
I don't know about you all, but I would love to get some kind of bath first. Been all time in the sewer. Be kind of nice to.
Well, I suppose. Yeah, you probably aren't as used to it as we are.
No, I'm usually above ground. Not that I've done my fair share of jobs under, but it's not pleasant work by any means.
Well, understood. We come above ground, the same thing. You know what I mean?
To each their own, sure.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go get some little goodies.
After that, I go to an inn.
Maybe a nice bow for the bugbear.
Because the stink in the fur, it is beyond anything I have lived with.
It's a bit strong, no offense.
It's a natural musk. So, venturing northeast of the tower, you come to an open air market, and there are just so many little booths set up here. There is a it isn't a festival necessarily, but the commerce and just the number of people enjoying the night, and kind of now apparently the fireworks and the stuff that has just recently transpired, there is a bit of like a jubilance in the streets that is maybe a little bit more heightened than what you would normally see, right? Like there seems to be optimism in the people, because they've seen this display, and folks are kind of genuinely happy and trotting about their business. You come, like, as you walk through this street fair, you see, foods on sticks and bakery, like baked things on sticks. You see like a dragonborn, like breathing fire on like some meat and like putting out the skewers for sale. You see another one taking like their ice breath against some like milk and like repeatedly dipping a stick in there to make like a milk stick, right? Kind of rolling it in some sugar. It is a like really happy affair. You see kids walking around with these little like shadow puppets, right? Like they're like these they're flat cutouts on strings, and you can like move them around, and like they just go like this, right? Like the kids are like having fun making their own little shows. Like you get 2-3 kids sitting by a little tarp, like making a little show, telling stories. It is like people are having fun. Like you see folks who are some folks who are kind of sad and keeping to themselves, but every once in a while they kind of look up and they see the happiness of life going on around them, and it distracts them from their worries. But without too much ado, you do come across a stand where they're selling hair care products. Like you have wooden combs, bone combs. You see some that are made out of like shell. You see some that are like made of let's say inferior style metals, right? Kind of inlaid with like not gems, but like cracked rocks that are pretty, right? It isn't a like, nobody here is looking to really, you're not going to be spending golds, right? You're going to be probably spending 1 gold at the most. Most things are kind of in that copper silver range. These folks they are trying to get by, right? And for these people, it is the volume of sales is enough to meet their daily needs for sustenance, but nobody here is going to be getting rich, right?
So is this the parasitic part of the town? Are we in Piraeus? Is that this?
You are running through actually the you're kind of like, depending on which angle you take to get there. Actually, no, you'd be in the cosmetic surgery part of town. You could veer off a little bit towards the cursed part where they sell remedies for curses. But that, I don't know if you're having that conversation or like.
Yeah, I'm new to the town, so I'm trying to figure out where we're at. Well, I've only heard that, this was like the healing city, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
The temple would be in the cosmetic surgery area.
Well, yes.
So if you took the direct path, it would go through it would all be cosmetic surgery. If you took if you veered one way or the other, you'd either go through, oh good God, the curse related or internal medicine.
Okay. Well, we're just looking for a bow right now, and maybe some little trinkets or whatnot like that. I went to Pyrez, and all I got was this hit by a meteor shirt or something like that. Or
Okay. The hit by a meteor shirts have not been made yet. However, you do find a table of bows and combs and brushes, right? Like intended for those who want to coif themselves.
Okay. So I gather a good half dozen bows and a couple little combs. I'm like, oh, you like that one? Okay. And I'm obviously talking to Clarice, so I buy enough that it would cost a gold or so.
And it ends up costing 2 golds, 5 silver.
Okay. All right, so
Anything for the grandkids?
I guess I'll buy some of those shadow puppets. It seems like those kids are really taken with them.
Okay. And that ends up running you like 5 copper apiece.
Okay. Where's that for me? Grandkids there.
Listen.
Can't forget. He got a grandchild.
I like get Guil and like
5.
read up a comb or anything. I don't know. Do armadillos have hair?
And they got very sparse. We got very sparse hair, so about good.
Then I look at the bugbear. I'm like,
You need a shampoo, maybe a flea collar.
hey, should we get some floofy shampoo for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But we're gonna probably need a lot of bottles of ship. We come up to a vendor that's selling that, and you're like, how much
For the whole lot.
You ask that question and they light up, like the expression on their face. They're like, well, for you, my furry friend, I would be happy to give you everything I've got on my table here for 4 gold.
It's okay.
Deal. And he starts packing it up. It is like 2. So from like a modern day perspective, like it is 2 large bags of like shampoo and conditioner with also some like essential oils, right?
Smell fine.
Yeah. You'd be smelling pretty afterwards.
Yeah. We're gonna go get your hair did.
Maybe I need a little bit of that. Hey, is there another place that sells stuff? Because Clarice might want to feel fancy.
Does Clarice want some perfume?
Ooh, maybe, yeah.
You do see like a table or 2 down that there's they have like soaps, oils, and perfumes. If you want to get some.
Sure.
Okay. It would be, how much are you looking to spend? Like they see you coming and they see that your partner just bought out the booth a couple down, and they're starting to see like dollar signs in their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, oh, would you like this one? It's only 2 gold. This one, 5 silver. Which one would you like? The 2 gold would smell very good on you.
Oh, like, really? And then I'm like, I look to these 2, because she's already got all her stuff. I'm like, which would you pick?
I picked the 5 silver.
I picked the 5 silver.
All right. Okay, if I get the 5 silver, what else do you have?
Oh,
This is for my sister. It's a special.
Oh, for your sister. Well, sisters are lovely. I would recommend this one right here. It is made from the skins of a number of specialized fish. You see the iridescent glow, and he shakes it, and like it just sparkles. When you place it on your skin, it makes you look more beautiful. For this, I would be willing to part with this for 5 gold.
Ooh.
And you see, like, they have like smaller vials, right? But he's like trying to give you the largest size.
So if I buy this for 5 gold, would you throw the 5 silver piece one in?
Well, I could give you this smaller one, and that for 4 gold.
Oh, you know what? I found a place up the street. I think we might go there. Thank you.
No. We said that theirs is not as high quality as ours. I tell you what, I will give you this one for 5 gold and that for 4 copper. The best I can do.
Okay.
And
I like how you haggle. I like how I don't think I have any concept of money. It's like, sure.
That's great.
So, proceeding on to the temple, you get to the temple, and it is a large elven edifice. From an architectural perspective, it looks vastly different from all these other buildings. It is built out of pristine white marble, and you see that it is there are a couple of trees growing in the front that have like woven themselves around the columns. Right, like there's 2 major columns, and these trees have like woven around and like back and forth. It's hard to tell if they were like they grew that way, or if they were intentionally like grown that way, or they were encouraged to grow that way. But like, for like everybody recognizes this building, and they're like, oh my god, this is a beautiful building, right? Like, you can't help but feel a little bit in awe of this building, which disgusts you.
yeah, you'd hear some anger. I can't say it. You hear a lot of chittering sounds.
Angry shitter.
Angry chittering.
I think Taylor would also be a bit turned off by it. He's kind of had his fill of elven culture growing up.
it seeing this building, right? Like, you haven't been through this sector very much. It's not like the Blackwells were not busy up here really at all. But seeing this building, like, it brings back a lot of memories, and it looks like almost identical to a couple of buildings that you have like seen in your past. Like, there's a very specific form to this building, unique even inside elven architecture. I would like you to roll a history or like perception check, because you've come through here before, but like you're never really targeting this structure.
Good. I think my history.
Is that door still open?
It is. It's a little
Yeah.
history or what else?
Insight.
Okay. Oh, that.
The inside of your pockets have little armadillos too.
Oh.
It's pretty cute.
I love that. So cute.
History or insight. Well, I'll do insight. I had a better. I got a 10.
I'm gonna have you roll that one with advantage.
Cool, one more time.
14. So 18.
18, perfect. So something about this structure kind of feels familiar to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like familiar, like the smell of sage.
Okay.
It's really all you're.
I'm getting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like something about this like feels familiar. Walking up, you see like walking up the stairs. In front of you, it is a large open door, right? There's no door. It's just large open aperture, and you see in front of you two massive stairways that kind of like curl up to like a balcony, in front of this huge white tree that kind of covered the canopy covers the entire interior, and there are little like fruits hanging there. Each fruit kind of emits its own little like dim light, and the whole area is kind of, even though it's night out and where you've been like walking, has been lit by like street lamps and like fires and like just kind of the ambiance of I don't want to say humanity, but we're not all humans here. But the ambiance of humanity, effectively, inside this space, like it is lit by the tree, and almost the white of the marble like reflects the light, making it like kind of glow, right, with a lighted exuberance. And you see a couple individuals like doing something at the front. What are we doing?
So this is to find her Drow Cleric. Should we respectfully approach them and say, excuse me?
Yeah. I walk up and I say, hello.
You walk up the stairs, or you walk like up the aisle?
Up the aisle.
Okay.
To the people up there. And I look at what they're doing.
It seems like they are like preparing for like a ritual, or they're doing some ritualistic movements with their hands and some type of artifacts. It's not clear if they're getting ready for like a service or if they're finishing up from a service.
Okay. Hello there. I have come to find the Drow Cleric.
You hear them like whisper, and two of them quite quickly get up, and actually three of them quite quickly get up and like scurry away, and one turns around and unabashedly walks forward to the pulpit, and in a commanding tone says, "Found her you have."
I don't think this for our beds. Because I know
So,
what...
Good language.
In common. As I was assuming that you asked in common.
Yeah. Well, what I'd be...
And you see this woman now. She is very fair. Like the dark skin drow nature has paled a little bit. She looks not fully elven, but certainly not drowish, right? But you see, like, in the facial features and like in the way that she holds herself, like the way that she squares up, clearly a drow, right? Like there's nothing in your, like, you believe what she says, right? There is no deception there.
Would have come to kill her.
You say that out loud?
No. But I'm like, that's why I wanted us to take a rest.
So in Elvish,
Oh.
We sure did.
in Elvish, Otter goes, "She's even more beautiful than you said she would be." And then he like bows to one knee. It's kind of like, but all in Elvish.
What can I do for you, my furry friend?
I go,
Heretic! Deceiver! Traitor! I have come to deliver her God's message.
You see her shift back, and she says, "Bring it." And as she does, in the shift and in that motion, you see her unchain, like she, from within her like robes, she pulls out two maces, and they drop, and like you recognize these are fucking heavy maces. Like the drop in the sound in the chain is.
Well, I'm not getting paid to be here. I'll see
And
you.
then behind her, you see two more maces fly up in the air, chains hanging.
Yeah.
And she looks at you with just disgust and says, "You would not be the first who has tried to bring me back."
and you will not be the last. I suggest you walk away.
I would say at this point, let's see how stupid she is.
So I'm gonna.
She's wondering, because I'm thinking Walt should favor me.
Go for it.
I want to see if I'm going to believe Walt is going to favor me here.
Is that like how I listen to us? Is that
Yeah.
good?
Yeah. I think she's going to favor me here.
Well, yeah, there's still you said for confidence.
Oh my God, there's no spell slots we didn't believe.
I'm like, I thought you just wanted to talk to her. Not fight her, that's it.
Yeah, can we have like some before we go to bloodshed?
I thought we were going to get some drinks and maybe some nachos or something.
I could really cute some nachos. Oh, yeah, I could get some nachos too.
Are you hungry?
Oh,
I
that's right.
suggest you rethink your course of action, my furry friend.
I'm just saying,
This is not your day.
there's a nice inn at the down, you the blocks over.
Get some guac and
You can get 3 hours.
Above player knowledge is stupid. For this character's stupid. Okay. Getting more wary. Persuasion is working. Roll persuasion. Persuade me.
Persuasion.
Help.
Should we all roll persuasion?
I got a. So from her. So if she is doing it, and I believe that the number is a 25.
Okay.
That intimidation check.
I got 18.
I got 5.
I think
I can double check that.
persuasion.
I believe her stat on this is pretty fucking high.
Oh, I imagine.
I think I'm intimidated.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go.
Yeah, let's just back away slowly. No sudden moves.
As everybody, I pray to Lala. That's like, I'm here on your will. Give me the ability to.
Lolth will not help you here. Even if saying it under your breath, she can read the subtle movements in your mouth.
You have a very nice voice. It's the staff bar.
So what? But then did she answer? No.
No.
And I'm like, I thought we were just here.
Lala has not been kind to her devoted follower here. So yeah, she's too intimidated. She's leaving her. She was very confident, and then people talked to her, and she was less confident. I guess we're leaving.
Yeah, let's go to that inn. Let's go back to it. No, don't. She say that. Sure.
Heard to the Everwest.
We did not want
Just your friend. I'm allowing it. I'm afraid. I'll be back on bark. I literally a little time just bark.
But
Do your deities better? No.
we're like,
Little spider, you should not get squished this day.
Come on, we can get some nachos.
Yeah.
Shaherderd.
Like as with law, everything.
yeah.
Bob, you see one of the maces disappear. As she just she gets up on top of the railing, and ensures that you have left the room.
Oh boy. I'm bowing and backing up. I'm like, your beauty is amazing. Sorry for disturbing your rituals. This one has had too many ales today. And we appreciate your time. And he's kind of like holding their back.
Out in the end. I say because I as a last. As a last, just
Otter's kind of like pushing her back, like, come on, we gotta go. Let's use that shampoo.
Yeah.
just
It's shampoo time.
more angry and scared chittering out the way.
I'm just thinking about nachos. I'm like, come on, let's get some nachos. Let's
Let's get some jalapeno popper.
yeah. So let's all simmer down now. Let's all simmer down.
We're stinky, we're tired, we're hungry.
For a regular, for like a zealot though, like how much do they have to be abandoned by their god to change like any of their perception?
I mean, I figure it's probably like a cult member. It's got to get.
Oh yeah.
You got to get pretty extreme. I would think.
As part of Drow society, so you're not exactly Drow,
yeah,
but as part of being in Drow society or being around it, you understand that like lies and deception are a way to move forward, and it doesn't always have to be combat to make you move forward, but at the end of.
So when you say lies and I'm just curious, lies and deception, could that also be lies and deception from their god?
Yeah. So Lolth pits. So Lolth is about creating the best being to serve Lolth. So part of that is like forced natural selection within its own population, even more so than like on external populations, right?
Yeah.
Like there's an amount of we are better, therefore we should kill them, and or they don't really matter, right? Like there's no substance there, and everything should be consumed by Lolth. The elves and those who worship Corellon especially are the antithesis of the Wolf, and Corellon is the reason why Wolf was effectively turned into a demon, demon goddess. Like at one point they were lovers, then spurned, whatever. But Corellon takes extra care of those who have abandoned Wolf.
I got you. Okay.
Right, so like it is. Once they have broken through that like deceit and deception, Corellon like shines his grace upon them.
Okay.
Or really any deity, like once you can break through it, like they will shine their grace. So like you have seen lies in action.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's nothing wrong with lying. Like it's how you achieve things. Like it's drinking water, right? Like I guess our Western concepts of lying being bad doesn't apply to you.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's just something you do to get what you want.
Yeah.
So,
It's like when the cops lie in an interrogation room.
right. It's not a lie.
The meaning is to an act.
Correct. So but Lolth doesn't reward weakness.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's very weak. But I haven't proven it enough. And that is where she'd be at. Then I lost silent because I haven't proven it, which is why I needed to kill the thing.
No. We need tacos.
Exactly. We're gonna reward you with tacos, okay? She's not. We are. Let's go. You're hangry right now.
Okay. Maybe Lolth really wants you. This is why she's forsaking you right now, because she wants you to get some sustenance and a bath. And then you can be to your...
Come back stronger.
Yeah, stronger, because you're up to their standards after you get some food and a bath.
So I'm going to have you roll a perception check or an insight check on Vera.
$16.
So you... So as you're like being dragged away,
Don't her body.
I don't know if it's you that is thinking this or if it is a thought that is put in your head by Lolth, but you realize that
a redeemed drow, like the path to being redeemed is long and arduous, right? Like they were, any basic drow is like raised in the pits of battle.
Yeah.
Right. In order for them to live past like 20 or 30, like they've already killed 5 or 10 people, right? To get to an elder age, they have probably killed hundreds, right? To becoming a leader in the drow society, they have probably killed or betrayed thousands.
Yeah.
Right. And so as you kind of like being dragged away, like in your feeling of abandonment, religious abandonment, you see your opponent and you see the relative age of them. And you realize that from a combat perspective, they probably have like multiple levels on you of capability. And this is like trying to take down a Tarask as a level 1.
Yeah, I could tell that with all the mace.
They're pretty.
So you don't. I would say that you don't feel like Lolth has abandoned you, but maybe more that Lolth has given you the target that you need to take down, and now is not the time.
You like see the final boss.
Yeah.
You're like, I got
Time to grind.
Yeah, grounded you down a little bit. You know, oh, you're right. I need to.
I need to get a little humble, and then I can work up to.
Like I said, they're lawful one out in him.
That's see. It's taco.
So rumbling, going back the thing, gonna find an inn eventually, but I guess we're gonna go eat.
Well, I guess we're going to eat.
We'll go get some tacos, some margaritas, and a bath.
Exact. Sounds like a date.
Yeah.
Like this happened.
We're pretty up for lovers.
No, sweet.
And get some rest. We all need to heal up.
Leave it like that.
Yeah.
You bringing them back to your inn?
Is Allswell close, or you have a closer one? I guess it depends. Where were you thinking? Allswell, come on.
We got some coins, so if we have to get our own place, we understand. You know, we can meet up later.
Well, actually is actually quite close.
So let's just go there.
That happens. That's what happened.
All right, well,
25 intimidate. I was like already intimidated before that. When we first just at the first 2, like I was like, oh, that's a big no. And then and then there's 2 more.
Once you said they were very heavy, I'm like, no, what? This isn't my fight. Oh, I gotta go wash my fish.
Exactly.
I like she needs a reason to go. Like player, not like
She gave you 4 reasons to go.
yeah, but she thought she was gonna get Lolth's favor and win.
Well, you have to little test a lower. Well,
So, do you want to grab tacos on the way back to the Allswell Inn?
I think, yeah, why not?
Pretty right. They definitely don't want to.
Yeah, we still haven't gotten baths yet. Right.
Okay. And we'll say that we snagged some tacos. A good crunchy time is had by all. The 3 of you find the 2 of you a room together, or would you room separately?
Good question. Really doesn't matter. I mean, we both have the coins.
Yeah, we both
I'm guessing they would not room with you.
Absolutely not. And I would just go back to my room.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no point in me.
There is one thing that I would want to be scoping out the whole time, is if there is a healthy, strong-looking host.
Obviously, it's switch bodies through your.
Probably not, but I mean, I can look.
You see, so
A bunch of humans.
a bunch of from your perspective,
Still looking in.
they're mostly like either sickly looking humans or like merchants or like peasants, right? Like there isn't.
Time to go taco.
I think you're off camera. You need to move this.
Oh yeah, you guys gotta.
You've probably been off camera for a minute there.
Ah,
Yeah, that's okay.
tacos make me happy.
So yeah, I think we'll call it a day there.